remember? Did you write the notes down that I asked you guys?
Notes?
What do you mean notes?
What are notes?
Notes. I don't understand.
So you have no buffs on you at all then, Jash, right?
No, I know.
yeah,
Buffs and
Jash-
heroism. I was just jashing.
Oh, you were jashing.
Alright.
Jashing.
I did it.
Nice.
I veto.
All right. Yeah. So we basically had the initiative sorted out. Prior to initiative, Rush had cast a spell to buff, and let's see, where were we? All right. So yep. And Jash had just been. Jash has got 2 buffs on him right now. And from what I can tell, unless I'm looking at the wrong notes, Jash is up first.
Okay.
Let me check it. Hold on.
Okay.
No, actually, that's wrong. I'm looking at the wrong group of initiative. Okay,
got me
there's
all
the correct
excited.
group of initiative. Rush was up first, and he buffed you, and that's where we start. So it is Jash, but Rush actually went before Jash.
Okay. I'm going to hold action until one of these things get close enough to where I can attack it.
All right, so you hold your position. Physic.
I'm dropping entanglement
All right.
to try and
Solid.
slow whatever this is. So I'll start it in this guy's side and then just shooting it over all the way that way if I can, and trying to stop it roughly in front of us.
Okay.
Assuming we're not
Get your
charging
tape
it.
measure out, man. You know?
Gotta get that tape measure. It's easier to draw with the tape measure than the pen. So I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat there. Or the
All right, so what's the...
pull it up.
It's 40 foot, right? 40 foot radius?
It is 40-foot radius spread, yep. So I'm just basically jamming us up.
So 40 by 40.
Yep.
I got way more than I need here.
Yeah. It's
That's
usually
okay.
too big
We'll
for the
take
guy,
it.
so.
We'll accept that.
So about there, I think, is probably... Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm starting it in front of the guy in front of us there, yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit smaller, but close enough.
Yep.
Oh, thank you for deciding to move me there, roll 20.
So yeah, I'm that guy there, and then this far over.
Yeah, there we go. 40 by 40, that'll work.
Alright.
Okay, so do
Yeah.
you want it to? You want to dump it to where it's like where it is now, or do you want to try to include it to hit those behind?
Yeah, I'd like to put it on them
So
and
more
then
like
towards
that.
us. Yeah. So that
All
it
right.
maybe slows them down an inch.
Okay. All right. So you drop that, Daleth.
I have my bow and arrow out, and I'm gonna pew uselessly. This one over here.
Pew pew uselessly. All right. So you want
yes.
to take a couple of shots at that guy with your longbow.
A little 2 pot shots from place, and I'm gonna yell out, "Focus fire!"
Okay.
Because
Is that how you're gonna say it?
Focus fire!
pretty much.
All
focus
right.
fire.
Okay. One of the arrows glances off the creature and will inflict 7 points of damage.
Yay!
All right, Marigold.
Oh, I'm gonna hoof it just to the other side of, kind of still behind Josh here, but under this tree. And I am aiming at this guy. What? Wait, is that who you just attacked?
No.
Sorry.
I attacked this one over here.
Oh shit.
The opposite of
It's
that.
like you did the opposite.
So you're going to move back.
Alright,
so that's
so-
your whole movement. Running on that
And-
side of the tree and going,
I
oh crap,
am
I'm running back. Okay.
Casting searing light on the guy.
Oh my!
Well, no, not with
Did I roll a 2?
no, yeah, you rolled a 2 on the range touch attack, so I'm afraid not.
Ah, God.
Not the best start for Marigold here.
Searing Light, unfortunately, does not hit the Shambler. Unfortunate, but there you go. It is their turn.
Oh boy.
Okay. Unfortunately, while it was a very intelligent idea to do so, your entanglement does not affect these creatures any way, shape, or form. They can move through plants and undergrowth as if it didn't exist.
Because they are plants and undergrowth.
So we're doing our... This one is going to move, so 40 is here, followed by... There. Okay, so this one is going to move his full movement, charging towards you. He won't quite reach you. This one, from his 40, he will get into melee, but you held your action, so you'll get to swing at him at the same time.
Okay.
And
Want me
this
to
one
roll?
is coming here. Okay. So 2 of them will go into melee. All right, Jash, as soon as you were holding your action, waiting for one of them to get close to you, you get to swing at the same time.
Okay, either one of the two? You're giving me the choice?
Sure.
Okay, since I heard Talus very meekly yell out, "Focus fire!" as he shoots 2 arrows, I will turn to this one and swing. But it's only going to be 1 attack, right?
No, you could do 2, because you
it's
didn't
full.
move.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
You can make a full attack.
So, is it a size difference as well, I believe?
They are considered large. So for humans,
Okay, so
for you humans, you get a +1. For rush
+1
and for physic, they get a +2.
so +1 for that, plus another 2 for the heroism.
Right.
Okay, just letting you
+3
know
from
everything
that.
going into it. Yep.
4 attacks with a longbow.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Why did that
Yeah.
happen?
I don't know, but
That happened last time.
that
too.
won't
Let me,
work.
No, it won't. Okay.
Let's
Weapon, 2
try
attack. Let's
again.
try that again.
Try that again.
3
Obviously, I think
bonus.
it must
That
be
happened one time before too, so that's just the one.
You know, it only seems to do it after Shagget uses a longbow. It's like somehow it picks up a bug from...
So that's one. So I'm
weird.
just going one at a time to see if that fixes. So that's 1 attack, and then
Right, but the second attack is less to hit, though.
right, it's my 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do -2.
I think you'd be
For
fine
that.
if you just hit it normally, but that's okay. Go ahead and do it with your minus then.
Yeah, the -2.
So that is definitely a hit for 6.
Okay, that was really weird.
And that
Let's
is
go.
the first natural 20 of the night.
Dang.
Natural 20!
That wasn't it.
But it
Yeah,
does
it wasn't
do
a
8
crit.
damage, so you do a total of 14.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
And already we have our first natural 20 on the board. So, those of you that bet on Snugs, you just won gold. There you go.
Coming for that tasty trophy.
Delicious.
Gonna be mine.
It's
coming for ya.
See, where are you, Snugs?
How to cook a trophy.
We owe you the first 20 on the board. Look at you go. Okay. All right, so you smash into the thing twice with your flail. It is now their turn. All righty.
Yes.
They get 1 attack each, right? Oh. They can't do 2.
No, not with the movement that they did. No.
Oh, Oh, no, Ren, thank you.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. So, one swings at Jash with his huge fist, with his massive root-like claws on the end of it. That will hit a 26.
That does hit.
All right. The other is going to try to hit Marigold, because that's who's directly in front of his. And that'll be a hit too. All right.
Okay.
And okay, so Jash, you will get... you're belted for 12.
Okay.
Marigold, you are hit for 5.
5?
Plus the other, so 11. Sorry, total 11. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'll take
Sorry,
5.
everyone.
I'll take 5.
All right. It is now back to Rush.
Okay. So this ugly freaking red one that everybody's been focus firing on?
Well, everyone's focus firing this one.
Oh, okay. Okay, well the one that everybody's
I like
been
how-
focus firing,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
Nobody knows.
I'm gonna Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Nice.
Ranged
How
touch
much
attack.
damage has that one taken, actually?
He looks. He's definitely been beaten around a little bit whacked and thumped, but he's nowhere near on his last legs.
Okay.
Zap him. Frank zap him.
So yeah, range touch attack.
I believe in you, Rush.
That's a hit. And so is that. So
Yes.
yep, range touch attack. Alrighty, let's see. You hit the.
Ooh.
So you hit him for 16 and 20. That's 36.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Totally
beautiful.
is a good thing.
Woo.
All right, now he is definitely looking worse for wear. He is severely hampered, burnt, and singed. There are huge, big missing chunks out of his torso where the burning ray blasted straight through him. Jash.
I am going to attack him again.
Alrighty.
All right,
Kill
let's get this
him.
right the first time here.
Kill him.
Full attack macro.
Attack with your longbow 4 times.
Yeah, okay, cool. Good idea. Alright, this should be correct.
There you go. Oh,
What the? Wait.
There's something wrong with your Did you break
What
your
is
macros?
happening?
Oh, okay.
Something's
You rolled
definitely
a
wrong
20.
here.
The
'cause,
numbers.
20.
The
There's
numbers
2
are wrong.
pluses in there.
Yeah,
I had
if you
to
scroll
do a
over it,
plus.
it shows them.
If you actually
Anything.
put a plus in, it says plus 3.
I just put +3 as my.
You're just
You want to
hit.
type
You just
regular
put
old
3.
3.
Oh no, well, I mean I didn't hit. Oh no, I didn't hit a plus sign.
But there's
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing here, because
I'm doing nothing out of the ordinary that I've
Okay,
always.
so
done.
the first one was.
So what do you want me to do, Gore? Whatever
20.
you want me to do.
well, the first one technically it's a 20. You
Okay.
rolled a
Second one
natural
is
20.
11.
Natural
But it's
20.
confirmed as a crit, so that one hit for 6,
Okay.
and the last one
What-
misses. So you've done it. You hit for a total of
Okay.
6.
I don't
Actually,
know what's.
if you scroll
If you
over
scroll over it.
it shows what it did roll. It rolled
Oh,
an
I see.
11
Okay.
plus 6 plus 3 plus 3. So,
That's odd.
but hey, yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with your macros, but that's
I haven't
the
touched
second
anything.
attack
something.
is 18.
Something's
Yeah, so
definitely
is that
screwed
top one?
up.
Is that top one a crit?
It's not a confirmed, right?
No, it's not.
11
Okay.
plus 6 plus 3
Yeah,
plus
that's.
3. That should be a crit.
Let's see. Hang
Oh.
on.
Just
11
scroll
Scroll
over
over it,
what's
because that's his
Yeah.
11 that he rolled there.
So 11 plus 6, 17, plus the 3, 20. Oh, no, you're right. That is a crit.
Hey!
Yes,
Either
thank you,
way,
guys.
it doesn't matter. It was enough
What
to
a mess.
kill it. So,
Oh, yes!
Okay.
so you finished that one off either way. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. So I don't know. Do me a favor, hit it again right now.
I'm gonna try again. Okay.
I just want to see what it does, because
Okay,
if we've
full
got a
attack macro.
problem,
Plus 3. Nope, just the 3.
don't put
No
plus.
power bonus.
Yeah,
I
not-
didn't do anything. Full attack. Yes. That's all I did.
Oh my god!
Well,
What
look,
the-
that one worked.
Let's go!
Okay, I think you must have hit a plus without realizing it. Just
I'm
saying.
on a heater, baby. That counts too, right? It's gotta
He's
count.
on our
It's
team.
gotta count. Give me it.
All right, well there you go. But that one did count. That one was a 20, so you can have the 20. There. Okay. All right.
Natural?
But that was enough to drop that one. Okay. Physic.
Okay, I'm going to cast an Ice Storm. I haven't done that.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
exciting spell. It has a 40-foot radius, so kind of knowing my spell previous does the same distance. Could I scoot it towards them to affect them and avoid us being their size and all?
This comes back to that gray area,
Yeah.
like.
Kind of 50-50 there.
Yeah, because I mean, you can cast it behind them, but you couldn't see behind them to where
Yeah.
you were casting, so you're like just guesstimating, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm doing my best estimate, but I'd like to be able to catch them in it. To err, if I'm going to err, I would rather err this way as to avoid hitting the majority of us.
all right. So without measuring, pinpoint an area you think you want to cast it. You show me where you guesstimate dropping it, but
Okay.
don't measure. Just pick a point.
Bing.
All right, so right there. All
Yep.
right, I'm looking at that spot.
Woo!
Yeah, that's gonna get us all.
So yeah, you're gonna blast
Oh, shit.
everybody.
Well, entanglement should have been much bigger then if it's a radius.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Was it a radius or was it a?
Oh, well, see, the entanglement was also a radius, not a diameter.
Right.
That should have been twice. Not that it matters, but
No, it doesn't.
I would have
you're right.
I would have judged the space
I
differently.
thought
then.
that seemed a little small compared to what we normally
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, it would have been covering
Okay,
this.
because that case I would have just dropped it right on the entanglement then.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna cast it like in the middle of that.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, like kind of out. Yeah.
You know, I don't even care. Just roll the damage.
Okay.
I always believe spells should have targets. Like you should actually have to
Yeah.
hit a target, not
With, like,
randomly
AoE ones,
drop
it's
it
tough.
somewhere and guesstimate the distance. But go right ahead.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I didn't fully macro this one out, but we have magical hailstones, pound full round, dealing 3d6 points of bludgeoning damage and 2d6 of cold. So that's 3d6 plus 2d6.
All right, roll it.
Typing it out. Okay.
Nice.
Stick an AoE.
All right, hang on.
Sorry about that. It's
No, it's
tricky.
okay.
Hard to work that out.
Let's see. All right, so that's a total of 3d6 points of bludgeoning and 2d6 points of cold, which really doesn't matter because they're not susceptible to either. So that's 21 points that each one of those will take.
Nice.
All right. Okie dokie. All right. It is Dalith's turn.
Yeah, boy. I'm gonna shoot twice more at the red one. Yeah.
All right.
Pew pew.
I'm not gonna say pew pew because I didn't work for me last time.
All right, it's gonna take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hit him once
Buddy.
for 2. Nice.
Yes.
Super nice.
All right, Marigold.
Flustered, I'm going to turn to that red one now and cast concentration to try to cast another searing light.
Oh, I need to do something real quick. Hold on a sec.
What? Okay, I'll wait.
Because when these things die, they resort. Let me go ahead and get the. There we go.
Mulch.
All right.
I'm assuming that one is dead. Okay.
Yeah, but
Wait,
remember
there
when
was-
they die, they turn into a blob of compost. So
Are there like plastic bags in there and,
No.
and
just dead plant life and
those
stuff
like soda
that.
rings?
All
Wait,
right.
there's
Okay.
there's a fifth one?
Is there?
Oh no!
What?
Oh, you just noticed that one at the back? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
You
one back
said
here.
that they lied to us. They said there were 4. Okay.
Oh wait.
Oh, I thought they said there were 5.
I thought they
Oh.
said there were 5.
I thought what?
Well,
Fact
killed one
check.
already.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
maybe they did
There
Oh,
is
my
5 anyway,
4
so
plus
whether they
another
told
one.
you 4 or 5, there is a total of 5.
There's another one.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
geez.
But that's okay.
All right.
You got this. So
I was damaged
Marigold.
for 11, so I'm gonna try to do a concentration check so I can cast.
all right, and that's a
There you
total of
go.
20. How much damage do you take?
11.
Then that's not enough.
Oh, it's not.
So you cannot cast your spell,
I hate my life.
unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, it is their turn. Okay.
Oh,
Glad I can be helpful.
killing it.
Absolutely.
To front so he can stand on his squishy friend. All right. Okay. So, Jash.
Yes.
First claw. Misses.
It's a miss. Yes.
Second
Okay.
claw. Misses.
Misses.
Yes.
All right, Marigold. First claw.
Oh.
Hits. Second claw.
Come on, Mary.
Of course. Oh wait. Wait, do I get a
Plus
Oh,
one, right?
Size bonus, yeah.
Plus
I
one.
do.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't hit. I have 18.
That
then.
is huge.
Oh my god. Oh
Wow.
my god. All right.
All right. In that case, you are just clawed by his wooden, rooty claw for a measly 10. Not too bad.
Measly, sure.
And this one is going to use his movement. Let me measure. All right. Yep. This one is
Where is he going?
disappearing through those trees.
Oh, no.
All right. Rush.
All right. Yeah. I have nothing else to use since these things can't sleep. So, scorching ray
All right.
at the
Good.
ugly red one.
Alrighty. So, that's a hit.
Oh.
That is
Oh.
not. But you do hit him once.
Okay.
Check
Big damage.
has the
Big
best
damage.
sound effects to me. Oh!
Oh.
Every little thing.
It's good.
And I'm losing my mind, but sure,
Alright,
enjoy it.
So that's 12 on him. Alrighty. Okay, another sizable burn mark on the creature, but he is still up and at him. Jash.
I'm going to keep swinging away at this guy. I wouldn't
Okay.
be able to see anything else other than with these two in front of me here. All right, so that should work.
And that's a single hit for 7.
Okay.
Alrighty. Physic.
I'm going to enter combat with this one.
You're gonna do what?
I'm going to step forward and try and touch this guy.
Oh.
Okay.
Some healing.
So not a ranged touch attack, but a regular touch attack.
The one which I'm no good at. Okay. Here we go. So I can't put the additional bonus in for my size modifier, so it's this plus 1.
20. That's a hit.
20.
Nice.
Yay.
Yes.
Go ahead and heal him up.
Woohoo.
That's what he deserves. Big British boy like him deserves his health. At the very least. And I'm just gonna use a regular old cure light because that's probably the best thing I got for this.
Alrighty.
Alright. Dumping that.
And it will do 11
11.
points of damage. Nice. Okay, nice big singed burning hand mark on his, probably on his knee, based on how high up you can reach. Daleth.
Shit.
I am seeing the one kind of vanish on us, go this way.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to drop my longbow, turn around, and wield my throwing axes.
Get your throat.
Time to cut a tree down.
Right, well, you can see basically by the way the trees are moving, he is circling around through the trees. He's obviously trying to flank you and come up behind you.
Yeah, so I'm readying my attack for when he emerges to,
All right, okay.
cut a tree down.
That's cool. Marigold.
Hey, this is where
Hello.
things happen for me. I need to do my concentration check. I got hit for 10.
So you got to do a 20. You need a 20
I
concentration
need a
check.
20. Come on. I do need a 20. Alright.
There it is. Oh!
Yeah, you smoked
There
it.
you
All
go.
right, yeah.
Alright,
so you
okay,
get to
but
cast.
now I still have to roll correctly.
Roll the hit.
Alright,
Roll
yeah, I'm
the hit.
rolling
That was just to be
steering light.
allowed to cast the spell, right?
Yeah. Steering light is coming.
And that's a solid hit. Okay, it is undead, so that does count as a 32-pointer. The searing light descends and pretty much turns this thing into instant mush.
Nice.
Totally and utterly eviscerated. All right, okay, Daleth, you can see the one coming from the flank comes crashing through the trees towards you, so you can, as you had your action held, you can hurl your axe if you wish.
I'm not gonna hurl. I'm gonna slash you.
Oh, okay, so you want to do melee.
Yes.
All right,
melee.
well, in that case, if you're going to engage him in melee, then
he's gonna engage me.
Logically, he will pick you as a target. So, all right, he gets to swing at you once and will hit.
Of course.
Of course, you will get to return the favor. All right, his tendrils strike you for 14 points.
That's bad.
All right, your turn to retaliate. Let him have it.
Okay. All right. So I'm 2-weapon fighting, so I get 3. Oh.
Good solid 3.
Natural 20!
And that's my offhand.
Is that including your size bonus +1?
No, actually. I did not
That's a
include
hit.
them in the
So you
macros.
actually landed 2 blows for a total of 11. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm impressed.
Hey, get them axes to work there, buddy. All right. So that was there. So it's still there. This is their round. Okay. So Jash, you got this dude wailing on you twice.
Yep. Miss.
Hey, as long as they don't and
Miss.
missed again.
Yes.
If they don't get both hands on you, they're really not that bad. Now, when they do get both hands on you, as you
different
know
story.
from experience, it's painful.
Oh,
All right, Rush. So you got one there's one directly behind you, Rush, looming over you that Daleth is locked in mortal combat with his 2 axes, swiping away at his knees.
Yeah, I don't like that being behind me, so I'm gonna turn around and Scorching Ray.
All right, let him have it.
Just a one-trick pony right now.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Really?
And
Yes.
so is that.
Touch
Yeah,
is
the
really
range
nice.
touch
Yeah,
attack on
Yeah.
these guys they're pretty lame. They have no dex or anything like that. All their
Yeah,
AC is natural armor. So, all right, so it's a 14 burn and what's the other one? Oh, was that all? That's only one of them, right?
Yeah.
It was 14 and 17.
Oh, the 17 didn't roll.
Oh, where?
No.
I don't see that. You must have hit it too fast. Okay.
Oh, I'm
didn't-
sorry.
yeah, didn't even show up.
Oh, no, there it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, that's interesting. Either
Did
way,
it twice for me for some reason. That was weird.
all right. Either way, that's a
Had to refresh.
31. So
Nice.
Nice.
good,
That's
good solid blows. That definitely got his attention. All right, Jash.
I would probably turn towards.
It's okay, I got your back, buddy.
No, I don't think I would turn. I wouldn't turn my back to the one attacking me. So I would start just focusing on the one in front of me here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good night for the players for a change.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It is.
Ooh.
You're right.
Oh, I thought I had it. No.
No.
That's weird. That's funny. It rolled extra dice and none of them were...
Well, it's because it always rolls the extra dice to confirm the crits. Needless to say, the dice that don't actually matter were the 20s.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Aw.
And
Hey,
none
if
of
you
those
had
are
a
gonna-
crit, at least you know you would have confirmed those crits.
Cool.
Never mind. All right, Physic.
Oh.
You got one right behind you and one kind of just a little bit in front of you.
All right. I don't have much of my spell book really for much other than doing another heal. I'm gonna team up with Jash here.
Okay.
Stepping forward with him. I'm gonna try and touch this guy.
Alrighty. Regular touch attack.
And then +1 because of the size.
Well,
Well, that's a melee attack. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
That's a solid hit. Yep.
Okay, I was gonna cure moderate on him because
Go for it.
yeah. Please be as good as the other one.
Oh.
No, no,
that's
it's
right.
exactly as good.
It
as
was
the
as good as the other one.
Yeah, it was equally as bad.
other.
All right,
Okay.
Daleth.
Slashy.
All
I'm
right.
cutting down this tree, man.
Chop that mush monster down.
And then the offhand. Oh, I fumbled.
man.
So
Okay, so
damn.
the first one's a fumble, so the fumble has to resolve first. You stumble. Your poor putting place means you must regain your balance. You forfeit any remaining attacks this round, and will go last in the initiative order next round. So that second attack doesn't count.
I had a
I'm
third
very
attack
torn.
too, but I can't do it. So yay!
Never mind. No.
no,
Oh, any remaining attacks? You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Marigold.
Seeing as there's one like right behind me, face, I'm gonna turn around and attempt to go up and touch it as well for a heal,
Okay, which heal you using?
a moderate heal.
Okay. Go for it. Touch attack. That's a hit.
Nice.
Give it a cure moderate.
Okay.
Eat mine. There you go.
16. Alright.
Nice. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yes, you've converted that
rough,
one to a
so-
pile of mush, leaving
Yes.
only one. The one that faces off against Jash and Physic. And it is its turn. All right. Still wailing on Jash,
That's a hit.
being that he is the big foreboding thing to worry about.
Oh, that's a miss.
All right. So it's just the one again.
Woo!
All right, another mighty clawed hand strikes for 12.
Okay.
Rush.
There's only one left, so, or that we can see anyway. Jesus.
Yep.
Quick step to the side so that all the big people aren't in my way.
Okay.
And
Give a line of sight. Yep.
same as last verse.
All right, go for it. Ranged touch attack is a hit,
Yes.
and so is that.
Nice.
nice.
Alrighty. For 13 and 14, 27. All right. Yeah, it looks seriously worse for wear. If it wasn't for the fact that it is undead, maybe it would be fleeing right now. Unfortunately, all it has on its mind is consuming you. So, Jash, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna keep swinging.
All right. Can you bring
Can
the
you
last
do
of them
it?
down?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I can. Yes. Well, the good news is
The first
you
one.
do. That is enough
Yes, I
with the
told you.
first hit.
And then you trip on your
Then I go.
feet.
Whoops. Oops.
You misstep and
yes!
trip. You're fallen prone.
fall
So
in the-
basically,
you fall in
you
the
put
crap.
so much weight into it, as it falls down into mush, you swing all the way through it, spin around in a circle, and land flat on your face. But the last of them is destroyed. You have taken down the last visible one of these. All right, surrounded by nothing but piles of dead compost. There's a big, thick, overgrown hill in front of you, covered in briars and vines.
So I'm gonna stand up and be like, "Get out of my mouth!" and then swing around to see, because I don't know if the other one was gone yet. Still with the flail in my hand, and I see it be more compost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Was that?
Didn't mean to slug it.
All right,
was that?
what was that on, and who was it on?
Sorry, I said just healing myself as he.
Oh,
as
okay,
he-
you're healing yourself for 17? Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
Freaking out.
Rush got it with a burning hand thing.
Was that all of? Was that four? Was that five? They said they were five, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Well, we killed one back there, now there's 4 here, so...
So we did. So we're good, yeah? So now we go and make them help us, right?
Oh, there still might be the thing that maybe lured them all the way here.
Yeah, but I can't help my curiosity. I'm just gonna start walking off unless anyone's gonna stop me. And do you cast entanglement? Can't help my curiosity.
All right. So you're gonna decast that.
Yep.
Okay.
Disencast, and I'm just gonna kind of work my way between the 2 piles as best I can, and start approaching this hill that seems to be attracting undead.
I mean, maybe.
I just don't want to be surrounded by this mess, so I'm gonna come out also.
All right. You wade through. I mean, it's about like when you through the gunk or whatever. It's probably halfway up your calves, but not too deep. And all it is really a lot of dead, dead plant and compost. So.
Well, is the hill magical?
Uh,
I mean, we also have that pouch of that dust. Maybe sprinkle? I don't know.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on the mound because I took it today.
All right. So you cast detect magic. You hold out your arms in a cone. There's nothing on the hill that appears to radiate any kind of magical energy.
It might be what if this is some kind of burial ground? I mean, the presence of dead might. It's a guess. I don't know.
So you want to climb the hill? Maybe see what's.
Well, let's search it.
I guess so.
Digging.
No, don't dig. You're just gonna start walking up it.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb the hill.
All right.
I'm gonna put my
The
shovel
hill
away.
is not particularly big. I mean, it's only about 30 foot above where you were standing. Once you get to the top of the hill, it seems pretty much unremarkable. It just goes down the other side, and after a small clearing, goes straight back into the trees. Of course, from the top of the hill, you can see the entire lake all the way around you, including the forests either side, all the way around the lake on the mainland. But at first glance, there appears to be nothing out of the ordinary or strange on the top of this hill that would really give you any indication as to why these things would be here.
I mean, we could dig.
What's up, G?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
So is this the center of the island, or?
Pretty much. From where you're standing, looking all the way around, it seems to be more or less center, yeah.
I do have a shovel.
Yeah. It's strange to me that we were just flanked by an undead, right? Something that was brought back from the grave. I didn't realize it could be quite as intelligent as these are. It leads me to believe that there might be something else going on here, but I don't know. I'm not seeing anything up here, and this seems to be there.
Maybe it was a coincidence. I don't think that they can coordinate.
It's the highest point of a highly defensible area.
Well, they did hear us when you hit us from undead, right, Marigold? Or was it just because we stepped on a twig? I don't.
I just think it's because they're more intelligent than we think.
Well, here, Josh. Here's a shovel. You want to start digging?
What are we digging for? What am I looking
Treasure,
for?
Jazz, treasure.
No, I don't think there's treasure under here.
Gold and rings,
No.
jewelry.
I'm not an idiot.
You know, until you check though, there's no actual guarantee that there isn't something here for you.
That's also true.
Yeah, I know.
All right, give me the shovel.
I'm gonna hand it to him with a smirk on my face.
Oh, here we go. And I'm just gonna start digging.
I'm gonna take the time that he's digging to actually take like a closer look around at the hill, see if maybe there's anything I can pick up. It'd be like a search check or.
You find
Gore.
Sorry, I was paying attention to chat.
He was helping me out with something.
Okay.
Mark was asking me a question about a donation, so I wanted to make sure that the donation tracker was working, but it seems to be. Alright, sorry, say that again.
So while Jash is digging away furiously after being goaded into the belief that there is possibly treasure on some Schrodinger's argument, I'd like to take an actual look at the hill and see if there's anything actually going on here that I could discern.
What?
In terms of, like, signs of activity or...
Okay, Oh, I see. Something's going on here. Alright, sorry, give me 1 second. I just noticed the alert box is hung up. There we go. That's fixed it. Alright, it's fixed now, guys. Yeah, I think it hung from a follower earlier. Okay. Alright, what do you want to use to... What are you using to try to discern the nature of this hill?
Probably more just a search.
Okay.
To see if there's anything weird.
Alright, just give me a search roll then.
Anything else. Alright. As soon as I remember
As you
how to spell
scour
that.
the hill with your keen eyes.
And the little helpers I've got.
Alright, yeah, you give the hill a thorough scouring, looking over it, spending about the next 15-20 minutes. And again, it's a grassy hill. That really seems completely unremarkable. Alright, Jesh, you have dug probably a couple of fairly large holes at this point. The ground is very hard and rocky below the grass. It's very difficult to dig more than about a foot down. But you have yet to discover anything of any interest after about 20 or 30 minutes digging.
I'm not finding anything. Maybe, Physic, you see maybe a spot that might be more fruitful than these?
No, and I'm gonna pull up my goggles and just be like, this appears to be some kind of red hill ring. Red hair. Yeah. I don't think there's anything here.
Speaking of red, Jack,
So I'm just
you
gonna
okay?
throw the shovel down.
No, there's no gold in this entire hill.
No, you're covered in blood, I think.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it got me a few times, but...
Yeah, let me help you. I'm gonna just do pure moderate.
Thanks.
Alright, 14 points returns to you by the good graces of Tritherion.
Thanks, Tritherion.
Well,
What
would that that elven wizard guy use this dust for? I mean, if he's studying animals and the nature of things, what is he appearing?
Something he wants hidden.
Revealing, yeah. I mean, that's one serious possibility. He might have some hidden stash of some sort.
But we've already detected magic, and there is none here, right?
And we
Yeah, none in the radius that he was able to detect, anyway.
and we did.
There's no treasure.
Well, there was those items we found, which were.
I mean, here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not finding anything. It's just utterly bizarre, though. It'd probably be unwise to leave here. I mean, this island today. I don't know if we want to camp out here or. What time is it looking like?
I mean, it was morning when you came across here. It's only probably mid-afternoon, if that. Early to mid-afternoon.
Why don't we go to the other side of the island just to double check?
Head up there. Alright, so the last thing you guys did before that happened was talk about the possibility of, do you want to stay here the night, or...
Right, and explore we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna explore.
Alright.
With the little time we have left, yeah.
Okay. So you're just gonna... you doing that collectively in a group, or are you splitting up, or...
Yes, together.
Yeah.
In a group, oh yeah.
Alright, so just kind of once around the item. Alright, well, you don't see or find anything else really different or strange. You find numerous amounts of other animal carcasses that have been consumed. Nearer the shores, you find a lot of fish bones scattered all over the place. But again, nothing that would lead you to wonder or kind of draw a conclusion as to why are these things, why did they come here?
Are these? Do you think these things would be carnivorous, like normally?
No, they're the shamblers. No, they don't eat.
They don't eat?
No.
So what is it about being undead that makes everything want to eat other things?
You know, I've never really looked into that one. I mean, I guess it's... I don't know, my guess would be some sort of jealousy for what the living have that they don't anymore.
Just so long as you don't start doing that plus negative thing you did last
time. It's a good, helpful diagram.
All right, that was very confusing.
That was right out of the school, okay?
I thought I had gotten it, and then you tried to describe it, and then I thought I didn't get it after that.
You're a cleric. You're supposed to know these things.
All right. Let's rest. I think we're going to be safe, although we could go back to the shack to rest if you guys want.
I feel like it'd be sheltered a little.
I'd rather go back to the shack with the dead guy.
We could move and bury the dead guy.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And then we,
And who's gonna move and bury him?
The strongest here.
Any of us. He was just bones.
Me and you, Josh.
Yeah, just bones.
Oh, we can wrap him. We can wrap him in the blanket, and then.
That blanket's gonna fall apart if we touch it further.
Let's go. Let's at least head back to the shack.
Yes.
All right. So that's what your game plan. You want to head back to the shack this evening?
And rest
Shake
up.
Shack. Yes.
Bone.
Shack attack.
All right.
Skelly Shack.
Caddy Shack.
Okay.
And rest up tonight.
Matt, you're frozen. Oh, there you are.
What?
Sorry,
You were frozen
for a
just
little
for
bit.
half a second.
Oh. I'm
I
here.
to be really all that concerned about. No.
All
Alright, I think we would just bury that guy.
So you want to go?
Yes, we
Okay,
could.
so you guys want to head into the shack? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
You bury the guy, clean it out a little bit, use it for shelter, then return to the raft tomorrow to head back to the Shambler people.
All
Do
right.
any of you, by any chance, know any bit of Elven?
No.
I know it occasionally when I decide to know it from my god.
Right. I was just thinking because you mentioned in his last journal page, he had mentioned something about forces out of his control which he could no longer prevent, and that sounds kind of like a lead.
I don't remember.
That sounds like dying of old age or natural causes to me.
Yeah, but I think if he were to be writing that in his state as he was, as just I'm dying because I'm old, he'd probably write, my old age is catching up with me, I am dying of old age. Instead of, oh, I should scribble that out. That's not
actually what he said, was it?
No, he mentioned forces out of his control, things, and it seemed like he was frustrated with the way things were.
You're putting emotion into text.
Yeah, you can do that with the words you choose.
Yeah, but sometimes you misinterpret.
Thanks. Do you have any better ideas?
I
Yeah.
do. Let's get a fire going in this bucket and stay warm and rest through the night.
All right.
Well, you don't really need to stay warm because it's pretty damn hot and humid here in the height of summer. So,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean you may not want to fire for other purposes. But you don't need the warmth for sure.
The warmth for our hearts. Maybe.
Not for
We don't
mine.
have anything to really cook or anything. We just have the,
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it'll get rid of some of the smell of dead person.
or just intensify it.
Something's
Or-
freaky going on here.
You know, it's like when you take two flavors that are really good, like tomato and basil, and it's just like it brings each other out.
Why is that? Sorry, I just noticed something really stupid that's going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll stop talking.
No, no, not that. Despite updating the stream thing last week and this week, it still keeps reverting back to saying it's
to the
fire
fireside
chart.
chat. I wasn't going to say anything. That's all.
Well, yeah, I just noticed it and it says it's updated, but the problem is, of course, it's telling the wrong information and not telling people what we're actually doing. So,
It's all going somewhere.
West.
Yep. I don't actually know if it's updated or not now. Let me see. It's like it's not taking for some reason. And it's frustrating the piss fire out of me.
Saying Dungeons and Dragons Live playing on hashtag. I like to think of it as a offer.
Okay, so it is showing updated now?
Yep.
Okay, alright, well I don't know why it was doing that, but there we go. Alright, make a note here to edit this piece out. Edit out. Second part. Approximately 10 minutes in. There, so now remember, next time I say there's a part we got to edit out on this episode, I've got a note as to when. Alright, ignore that. We'll get back to it. Okay. It's amazing how the viewership goes back up when people actually realize you're playing Dungeons and Dragons as opposed to doing some pointless, fireside chat that they're like, again? Okay, that's enough now. Alright, that's why I wanted to fix it, because it was like, what's going on? Okay. Back to you guys. What do you want to do?
Rest. Go to the raft tomorrow. Go back to the samplers.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your game plan for resting? Everybody just sleep, or?
I mean, I need to for the full night, so.
I mean, I'll stay up, I guess. Although I think we're safe, to be honest with you. But I will stand guard.
Okay. Let's go lead up against the wall here. Actually,
is anybody gonna sleep in the bed after the dead guy?
Yeah, help yourself.
Do you think it'll support you? Because I'm going to look at the bench that Physics sat on earlier.
I'll give it a shot. I'm just offering it up in case someone else wanted it first.
When a body decays, all the fluids kind of fall through. It's probably a little bit
It was 50 years ago.
They've all dried up by now.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to go over and gingerly try to climb on the bed. Wait, the guy's
with
gone,
the
yeah?
skeletal?
Oh, I thought we buried him already.
Oh, yeah, we buried him.
We buried him.
Okay, I guess I missed that part as well, because I was doing stuff.
I wouldn't even have cared anyways. I would have snuggled right up to him.
Where did you bury him?
In the back. We were going to bury him behind.
Oh, okay, so you basically took the skeleton and dug a hole back here? Alright, no problem.
Very shallow hole.
Yeah. And do you say you wrapped him in the cloth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, okay. Okay. Alright, so the bed, I'm going to say there's a slim chance that it'll hold your weight.
Do I need to roll for it?
I'm fixing to.
Yes.
There you go. Alright, let's see.
Especially if you're Jazz, you jump on it like an idiot.
I would not
Right,
do
there's
it.
about a 25% chance that it won't just split right in the middle with your weight on it. Let's see. No, yeah, as soon as you lay on it, it's like... and now it's like... Of course, you don't go down far, only about 3 or 4 inches, but you're now... I mean, it's really just a little bit more of a...
I'm just gonna
angle. You could still sleep in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of peek around and then just lie my head back down and just kind of...
It was nothing. It was me getting comfortable.
and lean back down.
Nice and snug.
Alrighty, okay. So you lay down on the bed.
I'm doing watch.
You're going to keep watch. Where's everybody else going to be?
I'm gonna kind of be up front by these logs. I feel like I relate to them.
I'm going under the table over here.
Okay, you climb under the table, and weirdly enough, you only get about maybe a foot back there, and then you can't go any further. Like, there's something under that table that is blocking you going any further, and you look, and there's nothing there, but you reach out with your hand, and it's like, what the... And it's almost like there's some kind of container under the table, but it is clearly not visible.
Alright, so I'm gonna lose my mind at this. I'm just gonna be like, the powder, who has the powder?
Didn't you have it?
I'm gonna spin around. What?
Hey,
Rush, what? Kind of have my weapon primed to shoot at nothing.
I'm gonna give it.
abandoning his post.
I have it. Why? What's going on? I'm gonna start taking it out.
Okay, so you pull out
I'm
a
gonna
small
take it,
pouch of strange arcane powder.
Alright, I'm gonna take it and take a bit of it and throw it in the spot where I can't move.
Alright, so you kind of like, shh. As the dust kind of goes up into the air and goes, shh, and almost sprinkles down with a little glittery kind of sort of sound. It illuminates, and basically beneath you can see what looks like an ornate footlocker. It's not a chest. It's a lot more narrow than a chest. Not quite as tall. It has a few it's very patterned and gilded. It has strange squiggly things that by now you guys could recognize as probably elven, although you're clueless as to what it might say. And then on the center, instead of a padlock, is basically what appears to be like a circular silver embossed... How would I really describe it? Yeah, if you can you can see where the ledge or the edge of the opening is, and stuck on the middle, it's kind of like a seal. It's a round, solid, and circular silver seal that seems to have 3 slightly smaller circles on the inside of it. It is covered with weird little markings, almost like dials. But none of them...
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna scoot backwards with it to try to pull it out from under the table.
Okay, yep, you slide it out, and before you know it, you've got it out in the middle of the room. Let me go ahead and grab a box or something to demonstrate that.
Well, wow. Rush, you were trying to sleep under the desk?
Well, I found something by doing it.
No. I never...
That's what you get from this? Can't believe you.
That'll work.
I'm just surprised. I've never slept under a desk before. It's kind of weird to me, and people do that.
Well, I mean...
Okay, good job.
All right, there it is.
It's strangely comforting to sleep under spots like that when people won't stop yelling at you.
Who was yelling at you?
No, that's not what I meant. It doesn't matter. So yeah. Josh, this looks fancy.
What does? And I'll kind of because I'm down, I kind of put my body up and look, and I see it and spring out of bed. Oh! Where did this come from?
It was under the desk here.
It appeared.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we found out what he was hiding.
Well, so has anyone opened it yet?
There's strange dials on it.
Not really sure how. Physic, you want to take a look?
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm paranoid.
I'll look. I kind of grumble as I move past you because I can't see what's in the pretty box.
Well, we just tried to smash it open. Have you tried that?
That's last resort.
Okay. But it's a resort, though, yeah?
Of course.
It is a resort.
Okay, great.
And it's a fine resort. I'm gonna take a look at this thing.
Never seen somebody look so thrilled at the idea of getting to smash something.
Should we see if it's magical? Oh well.
There are 3 dials on it. Well, what are they? What's about that?
Yeah, are they like turning dials?
Well, it's like a single silver seal that's maybe about 1/4 of an inch sticking out from the box. So it does look like you could grab it and twist it. But then it looks like inside there's 3 more dials, but you can't like get to them. You know what I mean? It's like they're flush with it, so there's nothing to hold on to twist them.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it.
All right.
I assume that it would.
It does radiate magic, yes.
Certainly magical, either the box or whatever is in it.
From what you could gather, it's probably the magic is probably it's very faint, so it's like it's radiating from inside the box.
Okay, I will relay
The
that
box
message
itself
then.
doesn't appear to be magical.
So perhaps we just check it for physical traps.
I don't think it's gonna be trapped. I mean, it was hiding, but I mean, I'm gonna examine it a little more closely to see how it's quote-unquote engineered.
All right. You can give me an engineering roll.
I do a knowledge of craft.
This would be knowledge.
Got it.
All right. So what you can gather is, best guess with your engineering chat, it's probably some kind of dial that you have to get in the right place and then either pull or push, which would then expose the next dial, which you would turn and pull or push, and then the third dial, which you would turn and pull and push. It's definitely some kind of lock, but it is an incredibly sophisticated lock. And to be honest, it's pretty damn impressive that it's on something this small. Like
So
somebody,
it's a series
whoever
of
crafted
combination
this
locks
box,
almost.
yes, it's like a whoever crafted this box was a skilled engineer or a skilled craftsman. This was not something that was just thrown together or purchased in a common store. Somebody went to great lengths to create and make this container with the ability to have this sort of locking mechanism on it.
Do I think that we would be able to open it without knowing the combination? Like, could we... I don't know.
Structurally,
freaking-
the box looks like it is pretty solid and is probably of a metal construction, so it would take a hell of a beating. It's not so much could you get into the box, it's how much damage will you do to the contents of the box if you decide to beat the living shit out of this thing to open it.
Would I be able to hear, though?
That would come under pick locks.
Damn it.
Do you think he maybe wrote down how to open it somewhere in one of his journals?
Do you have any... Jash, do you have...
I do. I'll put the
Because I know
locks
you
in
have
my
a
day.
level of rogue,
You do?
I do.
so he may have a pick lock skill. Whether or not he can get high enough to
Jash!
open this thing or not, we can find out. That's up to you if you want to try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. All right. Let's see here.
And I'll
He's like, okay,
you've
everybody
ever
stand
seen
back.
me do, yeah.
And then takes out the
slowly-
flail and just beats it.
smashes it. So I very slowly and delicately
With my to the right, to the left here, and
It's the same guy?
oh god,
Uh-oh. What did you get?
that was odd. Not
All
good.
right.
How long has it been since I cast heroism?
I still wouldn't be enough anyways. It was pretty low.
All right. So you figure out that yes, if you grip the side of it, you can turn it to the left, and it looks like it'll turn to the right as well. And it doesn't have any kind of clicking or whatever. It moves incredibly smoothly. The only thing that you can really tell is there is a teeny tiny little black line at the very top. So obviously that's what you're trying to line up with.
So after a minute of tinkering with it, I'm just gonna step back and go,
it's unbreakable.
Really?
Can't do it. Yep, can't do it. It's impossible.
Well, there was writing on the top. Maybe tomorrow when you try to decipher, when you could read the writing again, maybe you could
It
read what
doesn't
it
look
says.
like words. It looks more like symbols.
Oh, okay.
Like elvish
What are
symbols,
the
but not
symbols?
words.
Okay,
Also, why do you think they would just write how to open it on top of the chest?
That's a
Yeah,
good
that
point.
would be interesting. The
That is a good
combination is.
Would it be in the journal, as Marigold said?
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
guy that writes his
Perhaps
4-digit
in the-
PIN number on the back of his ATM card.
Hey,
J-Feds,
some
thanks
people
for your
write it
sub. 4 months of love.
right on a
Appreciate it,
post-it
buddy.
note on their chair.
Take
Yeah,
off your
they do.
pants and
Something-
hit the hype.
With something this important to him, I highly doubt he'd just leave it somewhere open. But maybe in his older age, he might have worried about forgetting it.
So I'm gonna, as they're talking, I'm gonna go to all these open, like this bucket and this fire pit and this bench, and I'm gonna kind of sweep my my axe on it to see if I hit something other invisible as
Alright.
well.
So you're basically going to scour the whole place looking for anything that might be invisible,
Yeah.
which actually largely Physic did the other time you were here. It's just no one ever
Except not
looked
under
under the
the
table. But
That's a
yeah,
good point.
you give everything a good swipe, and you're pretty sure after a few minutes there's no other invisibly containing things here. Also, on that dust of appearing, you need to knock off a charge because you just used one. So if whoever's
I
got
guess
that
I
on,
would probably give it back to Marigold after
okay.
I
So
was-
Marigold, you've got it on your sheet, but knock off one charge.
I did.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you are none the wiser as into getting into this thing. Clearly,
Tries
the lock
very
is
quick.
way beyond the skills of Jash's rudimentary roguery.
It's been a while.
I watched a
Check out
person
the
undo a lock
spells.
once with a key.
Well, I mean,
Now it's easier.
his journal's all the only lead we have, so I guess if you guys want to try in the morning.
Yeah, and how heavy is this box?
I mean, I was able to drag
How-
it out.
Yeah. If you physically was able to pick, if you physically picked it up, it probably is a combined total of about 25 pounds.
We could always just take it with us.
A lot of that, of course, is the metal box itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're not lucky tomorrow morning, we'll just take it with us. I mean,
Might have to clear up some space, but yeah.
All
Right.
right. Okay. So, yep. I mean, it's large enough that somebody is going to have to, like, physically carry it under their arm. It's not something that you can just slip in a backpack or anything. Of course, there may be alternate things that you could do with it.
so not even Rush's haversack, which is magical.
I didn't say that.
Got it.
I didn't say it wouldn't fit in there. Basically, it's about, the box itself is about probably about 1.5 feet wide by about 1 foot tall and maybe 3 foot in length. So, if those dimensions fit through the
Dude, I don't
entrance-
think that's gonna fit in a sack I carry on my back when it's 3 inches smaller than me.
So it should. I think your haversack actually does state what the dimensions of the opening is. So if you look it up, it should tell you exactly what you can get in there and what you can't. So it may fit, but it may not. It might just not quite fit through the entrance. In which case, somebody's just going to have to hoof it. So, all right. Well, now you've had a moment of sudden curiosity right before bedtime. What are you going to continue with your original plan and sleep?
Yeah.
Nothing makes me sleepier. Good night.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna sit on the edge of the bed and stare at it for just a little bit. Just a bit.
Okay, because of that, Jash, you volunteered. Congratulations, you're on guard duty, and I'm gonna go over here and go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't even turn and look at you. I just
Rush,
yeah,
you at least can sleep underneath the table now.
Yeah, I totally am. And actually, it says this large central portion of the pack can contain up to 8 cubic feet. Or 80 pounds. So.
Does it say anything about the size of the... That's like how much can go in it. Does it say anything about how big the entrance is? Like what size objects can go in it?
It doesn't. I mean, all it says is it has 2 side pouches. that can hold as much as 2 cubic feet in volume or 20 pounds in weight, and then the large central portion of the pack can contain up to 8 cubic feet or 80 pounds.
Based on what you've got in there right now, I would say this would fit. If that's the case, if it doesn't have a specific dimension, I would say that this would fit, because you don't have that much in there yet. And you got a bunch of junk in there, but not. I don't think you've got enough that this wouldn't quite fit.
Nice.
So if you decide that that's where you want to put it, you could. All right. Well, as you rightfully deduced, everything that was on this island has either been consumed by one of those dead things, or was one of those dead things. And short of small, creepy crawlies and insignificant things, nothing finds its way to the hut to bother you tonight. So you all are able to sleep through until tomorrow morning. Alrighty.
Are we going to try to break the chest now or head back to the Shamblers?
I think we should bring it with us. Just as to prevent maybe breaking something we wouldn't want to, you know?
I mean, at the very least, we could, when we return to the elves, we would have the journals and stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Unless we want to keep whatever's in this box, we could return that too. Although I'd be okay putting it to good use personally.
What would we do there?
No, I agree, Josh. I agree.
Okay. Well, okay, but what if we need what's in there? What if it's really helpful?
That's
Like
I agree.
Plant be gone or something. I don't know what he had. You magic people don't make any sense to me.
I agree 100%, Josh.
Right. So we open it then,
Agreed. Yes.
but not now.
Yeah.
I'd be okay trying to open it now, personally, but
I mean, we can give it another look over. It didn't seem to explode when you turned the ring, which was an honest concern of mine. So, maybe process of elimination.
well, we do have at least a day and a half before we return to the Shamblers, right? So tonight, we can look it over. You know. Yeah. Okay. So let's head back to the raft and get off this dead island.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, it's quite alive if you look at the. Never mind.
Yeah, it's dead. Let's go.
It's nowhere you want to be, huh?
That is one of
Right.
those words.
Alright, so you make your way back to the raft, which is still situated nicely on the edge. Again, there's no real current. There hasn't been any bad weather, so it didn't go anywhere. It's still sitting here waiting for you.
Pack up everything, make sure it doesn't get wet, push off, and let's go, guys.
Alright. I'll take one of the paddles and we'll probably
Oh, I didn't
make
mean
sure we
to...
balance everything correctly.
Alright, once everybody's in position.
Yep.
Oh. There you go.
Alrighty.
2 gnomes to 1 human.
You push it out and off you go across the lake. Once again, you see several of those unpleasant fish that seem to pay your raft a little curiosity, but they don't actually really, they don't attack the raft. They're not large enough to like flat out try to do anything harmful to you. So it doesn't take you long. Once again, it's only about 15-20 minutes to the other side. When finally you emerge safe and sound on the opposite bank.
Awesome.
Right?
It was a beautiful raft you made, Rush.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did
Seriously,
a good job. It actually held up really well. It was sturdy. Wasn't too rickety.
We did never name it.
At no point did you ever feel like it was about to come apart.
You know, it's really bad luck not to name it.
You said this last time we departed, Physic.
Yeah, but we still didn't name it. Marigold brings up a good point.
That's why I said what I said about gnomes. Weird creatures.
They're the ones building the ships. Just gonna put it on there.
That's true. That's true.
Alrighty.
We got a day until we see the Shamblers, right? So
No, it wasn't a full day. It was only a few hours. That being said, they traveled pretty rapidly. But there is a fairly easy path to follow where 5 of these massive things stomped through from the inside the woods to the lake edge. So it's not hard to follow your way back to where they were.
okay.
So I mean, it's still, from where you were, it took you half an hour to get down to the, maybe at the most, get up, do what you got to do, down to the lake, 20 minutes across the lake. It's still early morning.
Okay.
So you can be back at the Shamblers clearing by noon.
Doing that.
Are we ready to talk to them, guys? Like, we have everything we want to say ready?
Do we need to prepare?
I mean, I'm not ready to speak with them.
And if you're not, of course, you can always debate what you want to say right here before you head back there.
Hey, Shamblers, we did it.
I hope
The
they didn't
end.
want evidence.
And then they need to help us, yeah? Don't forget that part. That's kind of the whole reason we did
And
this.
now you have to help us.
I mean, right?
Oh well, hopefully we could say it in a bit more fluffy terms.
Fluffy terms.
Oh, they seem to understand kindness more than
Right.
our connotations for those words.
And I also remember, they like Physic or adore and revere nature, and the goat people are anti-nature?
So there's goat people destroying nature.
Well, they're cruel, right? And so why would they respect good green stuff?
Maybe just mention when we happened upon them we were searching for help.
Let me see about this spell real quick. I can touch someone else instead of myself if someone else is interested in speaking with them. Is anybody here wanting to do it? Thinks that they could do it. Convince them.
Fib.
Could say
Tell them
what?
that the goatmen were responsible for what happened.
I'm not above lying, but that seems like such a crazy one. They have
Is
nothing
it?
to do with it, do they?
They might.
You
Do you
think
know
so?
that they don't? Mate, do you
Guess
know
not.
that they don't?
I don't know that.
I mean, we didn't find the source of what was doing. Maybe it was an incantation one of the goat men did.
I mean, we kind of did find the source of what was doing it.
What was it?
Very likely that guy from before. The thing with the tentacle arms and the big mouth that
Well, he
spoke
okay.
up. Why?
But he did say he came from underground, and the goat people live underground, and they came from the same direction.
Yeah, and he did come upon a camp where he knew there would be dead things.
That's true.
Do you guys remember at the orc cave when we were saving that elf? Big rock in front of that one passage. It might be a bit of a stretch, and it's certainly a stretch, but I'm starting to get the feeling that this underground thing has a bit of a trend.
Rocks.
Yes,
They all have rocks.
they do all have rocks.
Yeah, maybe you're onto something. That's right.
Perhaps the other one could have rocks too.
Physic,
Yeah.
why aren't you writing that in your notebook? That seems like really good information.
Yeah, they have rocks. I
No,
guess what we're saying
I did.
is
I'm noting it.
Okay, good.
the goats were malevolent. We don't know that they didn't have something to do with it.
They worship basically causing havoc.
There's a good chance that they have something to do with it.
I don't
It's
know
not
if
a
it's
lie.
a good chance, but
Well,
It's a suspicion. We can just pass it off
Yes.
as our thoughts.
a suspicion, yeah.
we
It's
believe
good.
they have
There
something to
are
do with it.
dots that we could say to these creatures, hey, goat people killed the orcs, and then a thing made them undead, and then came from the same direction. Both are underground. Boom. Sell it.
We could try and pose it as some kind of causal relationship, but it's still a stretch. It's gonna be hard to explain to them in a way that they would understand.
It's hard to explain anything to them.
We should probably start with the honest to goodness truth that we just need their help and see if they're willing. Because those goatmen are a scourge on the good and natural here.
No. My question is, the thing that we're trying to connect the dots with was attacking corpses, and if the
Oh, it was
shamblers were
eating.
not, oh yeah, but the corpses, the shamblers, was one of them dead previously and then risen by it? I mean, or
It seemed to be an affliction that would spread to them by touch. It might be that the plant-like nature, since plants take in from their environment so well that they just absorbed they just took it on as a sickness, almost like a cold.
a cold.
An undead cold, but
On plants.
yeah. Well, that's what they were saying, right? They would, if they
Well,
were to
they
touch
touched
each
it.
other, they would. Yeah. If they touch each other, then they would spread. So they might have some susceptibility to it that other creatures might not, based on their plant-like nature.
Well,
This is all theory.
Um,
Well, not quite theory, it's hypotheses. I'm
Which is-
working on the theory.
which is why, Marigold, I volunteer Physic talks to these things with your spell, unless he has one himself.
Do you think he'll do that thing? I'm gonna glance at Physic where he just rambles and then makes the tree people angry.
I don't
I
adjust my
definitely
tone
think
for
he's
you
going to
guys.
ramble,
You're like,
whether it
damn.
makes them angry or not.
But he is
What?
closest to nature of us all.
Right?
So when you do that, though, just keep in mind WWJD.
What would
What would Jash
Dash
do?
do.
Yeah.
Straightforward
Right.
there.
Hit
Yeah.
Piss
something?
them off?
Just something I made up. Oh! I believe the last time I had to do something diplomatic, it worked perfectly.
What was that? I'm trying to remember what it was.
When we were trying to get the orc out of the cave, and I was very nice and diplomatic, and he was
Oh.
going to leave.
Oh, right.
So, just saying.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought you were talking about when you tried to rip the goat man's horn off.
You told me to do that.
I know.
All right. So, Physic, try not to ramble. And if any of us get a sense that you are rambling in that language, we'll just nudge you, right?
What would Jash do? Just
If I moan too long, you can go ahead and slap me.
You moan too long. Okay. All right. Well, let's gear up and go, guys.
All right, so you're going to head back to the Shambler's clearing?
As we go, I'm going to say we first have to convince them that we were successful and killed all of them. That might be hard.
Yeah, they might want to get some kind of proof. But I don't know what proof you could have other than dirt. They'd have to take it on goodwill and wait a little while to have any evidence of it.
They can
All
take
right.
our raft and float over if they want to go see.
Well, it doesn't take you but a few hours to get your way back, especially with the stumped and easy-to-follow path. All right, so you emerge back at the Shambler's clearing. They're all just kind of standing around waiting in anticipation for you guys to re-emerge.
Really?
Yeah, got a clue.
Hey, it's the life of a Shambler. What do they do? They shamble. No. As you emerge, one of them looks and goes,
Tag me.
Yeah, I'm tagging you in for tongues.
Okay, so you cast tongues on him. Okay.
Oh,
So you got 17 minutes where you, at the very least, can converse with these things.
Alright, so I'm basically just gonna come again.
Oh, I said, look, they've returned.
That we
I
have.
must confess, I'm surprised to see you return at all.
Says the one to, your immediate side here. As the others all begin to move closer. Okay, well the one that seemed, the two that found you and brought you here, that seemed to be a little bit more friendly towards you than the others, they're kind of standing more front and center and deliberately positioning themselves to be the spokespeople of these group. Anyway, so he looks at you and he says, were you able to find our fallen brethren?
Yes, we were.
Did you find all of them?
There were 5, yes.
That would be them all.
Yeah, so...
And
yeah.
did you smash them?
Yes. They are all back to the ground in their natural state.
Then it is done, says the one furthest to the right. Excellent. You have done our people a great service. Perhaps now their bodies can mold and meld with the earth once more, instead of being the abominations that they had become.
Tell us, was there any sign as to why our brethren would become so?
We have our suspicions. There seems to be a malevolent group of men with legs like goats.
Oh, you whopping great liar. No, go ahead.
Whom live far to the northeast of east of here. They live to cause harm and evil, and exist as a plight to the natural and good.
I see. And you believe that they are the cause of this?
We fear they might have something to do with it.
Then what is to be done? They must be destroyed. It is clear. They must be smashed.
I think we are being too hasty. These creatures, why do you believe that they are responsible for what happened to our brethren?
Well, when we first approached their cave, we noticed a totem pole carved out of a tree, which was an obelisk to a god who Erethnul.
Erethnul? I do not recognize this word.
It's not a pretty one. Now, the thing is, we also witnessed a bizarre creature which had a large maw and several vine-like arms. We had encountered him, and he spoke dully.
Not like us, then.
Not at all like you. And when we asked him where he comes from and what he was doing, he said feeding, and that he came from underground. These goat men live in a cave not far from where we found him. And after dealing with him, he headed in the direction of that goat cave.
I see. We cannot allow this to continue, but we are not a warring people. We keep ourselves to ourselves and tend not to bother other creatures unless they bother us.
Or nature and our domain. Then sometimes they have to be smashed.
Well, so it is the nature that they have possibly brought about the illness which has been raising your brethren and causing a scourge on your land and your domain.
Well, perhaps now that you have put our fallen brethren to rest, you can go and punish these goat men for doing this wicked deed.
Our fear is that we will not be able to punish them alone, and that with their continual existence, the threat will still loom over this land.
I see. Have you any thought to anybody that may be able to offer you assistance?
We have lost contact with a group of friends to the west of here that decided not to aid us out of fear for their own well-being, which to me signifies that this threat will only ever grow and continue to encroach this way. That and, well, Ned, we don't have any other help. And seeing as we helped you, any help we can get from you would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, you look to us to assist you, do you?
If it would suit you.
Our problems have been resolved. Why should we continue to meddle in their concerns?
Because they meddled in ours at our request.
This is true. But we never war with other races. It's not to be done. It is against everything we stand for.
This is true. You bring us quite a dilemma, little people.
I would hate for you to have to rush to a decision.
Oh, we don't rush to any decisions. We take our time and contemplate.
It's respectable.
So you believe that without our assistance, you are not able to deal with this threat, is this correct?
Yes.
And you think that these things will cause greater harm and continue to spread their wickedness?
Yes.
We will have to discuss this and think upon it. And you can give me a diplomacy check, Mr. Physic.
All right, I'm using my inspiration then.
Okay. Then you can roll it twice and pick the highest result. So let me get rid of that for you. All right, Satchmo Inspiration, be gone. Okay.
Okay, let's lie, guys.
So yeah, you have got. So basically, make 2 inspiration checks and pick the highest.
Diplomacy.
Oh, sorry, yeah, diplomacy.
Here's
Inspiration checks. What am I
diplomacy
talking about?
number A.
Number 8.
19. Okay, can you do better?
Here's a diplomacy number beta.
You can do better.
Did
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
So 24 on the diplomacy check is what we're going to apply.
Nice.
All right. So
Thank you,
with
Cat.
that, they all turn and wander over here and gather in a much tighter circle. And clearly, they are going to engage in a thoughtful and
An amazing game of Rochambeau.
well-discussed debate.
Visit. What's going on? Update us.
I told them that we believe that since our interaction with the big maw beast, he mentioned he was from underground, and that he stomped off in the same direction, that he might have some kind of connection with the goat men who are a scourge on the land and all that is good and natural, and that their threat will continue to expand. They asked if we had anyone to help us with this threat, and I told them that our friends would not help us and that they were our last real hope, and they are talking now to see what they decide, as is what they do. They seem to be slow to make decisions, which...
Well, it's good, and maybe we can leverage, if they do agree to help, the Agashis with these guys as allies to forge future friendships down here. That they, because the Agashis, they live off the lands and aren't savage, right? So
the ones that wanted to smoosh us now want to help us smoosh the goats. They seem to have a little bit of pent-up energy being stuck in one rooted position here. Tree joke. There's the one slower thinker who was previously the reason we weren't smooshed, who's now possibly standing in our way. But they all seem to be maybe coming to our side.
and good.
It helps that we helped them, yeah.
Do you think there's more than 5?
Of them? I mean, there were.
There were at least 10.
Yeah,
or at
there
least
were,
11.
There were quite many of them. And that
I mean,
affect their decision.
if they do agree to help, we would have to ensure that they, are there to help us, obviously, but not suicidally, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Because they're not necessarily evil?
They worship an evil god. They're kind of an evil civilization that runs around.
No, not the goat people, the shamblers.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they help us and don't make it, it's just the swing of things.
Well, yes, of course, but we would obviously plan an attack at the entrance to the cave, so they wouldn't. I mean, I don't think they could even fit in there, right? So we get the horde to come out.
They could fit in there. I mean, they'd have to duck a little bit, but they get in there. I mean, it was a fairly large opening.
Right. Okay. But I mean, we get the things to come out, and then we surround and smush.
Smush.
Right.
Smush, smush, smush.
Gore, have I noticed them having an affinity to like something they're snacking on or eating anywhere in the area?
I don't really think that you've really noticed them consume anything.
Okay, but I haven't seen them like hold something, nothing like that.
Not that you've really seen, no.
Okay.
The only
All
thing
right.
that's ever been held, you've noticed that, I mean, you've seen them pick up big dead tree limbs and look like they're going to wield them as clubs, as weapons, but that's about it.
Okay.
Thing is, with all of everything we can do and the help of what is to me the equivalent of several large, maybe less skillful Jashes.
How old do you think these things are, Physic?
How old?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Can't you tell by the lines or something?
I'm not about to cut one open.
I don't. You can't see them from the outside.
See, the thing with their from what I've gathered, the way they're constructed, they're more an intertwining bunch of natural matter, not necessarily that the matter is them. It's more the force within them that creates the conglomeration of the matter.
Right, well, I'm 22, so if I look at them, they maybe look like 60.
Well, my point is, do you think they know the elf?
That might be a good thing to bring up. If they were in the area and they knew of the island, they might have known of the elf.
Yeah.
But
How
the
long did
question there becomes, did they like the elf? Sorry, Ash.
No, just getting. How long did they say this was going to take?
Well, they said they would have to think about it. So we can probably plan on camping out another day.
Really?
Which means we could maybe look at the chest if you want, Josh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many days I've sacrificed to be okay with Cece just hanging out with those goatmen.
Well, first off, we don't even know that Cece is there
Of course
or
she's
alive.
there.
And if these things can help us kill the goat people to actually survive long enough to find Cece, I'm willing to spend as many days as possible.
Just wish they weren't so slow.
Boring.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen these things undead attack us. They were not boring then. I mean,
It was still.
Boring.
Yeah. Total snooze fest.
well, do you want to look at the chest?
Yes.
while we wait?
Get the chest out. I'm sitting here waiting.
Get your chest out. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take off my shirt.
You've got all your ribs poking out. and-
Pull out my haversack there. Pull out my sack.
All right. Okay. Yep. So you pull the elven box out with the 3-dial lock. Okay. What do you want to do with it?
Well, can any of you were there any clues in the any of those books? I didn't look.
Well,
but-
here's the thing with the books. There's a couple of different things to actually like the diary that is written in this ancient form of Elvish. I think Marigold has a spell that allows her to read it. But as I said, it's like 350 pages worth of scrawling handwritten writing. And her spell only lasts for 70 minutes at a time. So it's going to take a lot of castings of spells and a lot of time for you guys to to decipher your way through that whole book.
And
Totally
tongues
can be
only works
done,
out-
but it is not going to be done quickly.
It says the ability to speak and understand. I'm assuming that means spoken language.
Yes, but I
for
think,
tongues, yeah. But comprehend languages
don't
is
you-
different.
yeah, I think Marigold has a spell that allows her to read it.
Okay.
Comprehend languages, I think, does do that. I think the duration is the same, maybe? Is that correct, Miss Smythe or Smith?
I will pull it up for everybody to look at.
Can't remember the
Yes.
exact duration, but I think it's possibly about the same.
It's 70 minutes.
70 minutes. You can understand the spoken word or creatures or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. So, yes. So that's basically it. 70 minutes per casting.
Okay.
And how many pages could she decipher in 70 minutes on average?
Okay, so written material can be read at the rate of 1 page per minute. So, going purely by the spell, 70 pages, and you got 350 pages, so do your
Got it.
math.
Good maths.
So about 5 or 6 castings.
Takes a
is what it's
minute to
gonna
read a
take.
page? Jesus.
No, 70 minutes to read at the
250
rate of
words.
1 page per minute. A page a minute. So she can do 70 pages with a spell casting.
Do you have the speed reading perk by any chance, Jane?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me just cast that real quick.
Also, Gore, with it being a new day, when back at the dial, or was that a one shot? There.
Unless the circumstances change, you can only really
Okay.
attempt to pick one lock any one time.
Okay.
And because this is so complicated, it's not something that you could necessarily... Or put it this way. There is a finite number of possible combinations. If you want to get really down and technical and start recording every single combination, eventually you are destined to succeed.
Right. Okay. Just
There's
checking.
about 20 markings on each dial. So that
Good luck with that,
basic-
Josh.
20 times 20 times 20.
Well, we probably have the time with them deciding everything. We're gonna be here a while. 1, 2, 3.
111, 112, 113, 114. Except this is more like straight line, little squiggle. Straight line, slightly smaller squiggle.
I feel like that's more Josh's language anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
Are we doing it, guys?
I mean, if you're going to spend all day just trying this thing, I would give you a percentage chance of cracking it. A small percentage
Yeah,
chance,
what the hell else are we doing while we wait for these guys?
but I would
to
definitely
talk?
allow it.
Yeah, if no one else is going to try anything, I probably would.
All right.
Why don't you just
How
browse
many
through the
points
book and
do
see
you
if
have in pick lock
see
or
any of
open
those
lock?
symbols pop up?
3.
So you have
Yeah.
3. Okay, so I will give you... if you spend all day on this, I'll give you a 13% chance. 10 plus your bonus, so 13
Okay.
or lower, and you can fluke it.
Does anybody else have? I mean, I will just sit, you know me. I will sit here and try to get this open all day. None of you have any help at all. Any idea?
something you can like.
Just something I could go off of. At least give me kind of an idea of what I'm shooting.
I might be.
Oh. I had a tiny idea, which is a bad idea, but I'm going to say it.
It's better than none.
Well, there's a high probability that the elves don't know what gunpowder is, and gunpowder burns and has a little poof, boom, boom.
You want to blow it up?
We could maybe break the lock with a little explosion.
What if it
Are you
destroys what's
experienced?
I
inside?
didn't say it was a good idea, guys. I said it's an idea that you asked for.
You
and I said
actually
it's
even went as far as to say it was a bad idea.
I'm gonna attack you for suggesting this, guys. But
No,
we
no.
take some of the gunpowder and sprinkle it around the locking mechanism, and we hope it goes in or whatever. That's a thing.
Well, unless you... And this is where Rush is going to have to chime in and explain that if you just set light to gunpowder, it just goes poof. If you want an explosion, you're actually going to have to pressurize it and contain it.
Do that too.
Does Rush actually... I don't know. Did Rush have... Do you have any bombs? Did you get any or have any bombs?
I did originally, but I don't think I did when we went back.
Okay, so you
Also,
didn't...
I wouldn't want to set that off in front of them.
Again, bad idea.
What if
But
you
he asked-
But an idea. It's an idea.
just browse through the book, not knowing what it says, see if any of the symbols look...
I can at least make it so we don't look up the same solution twice here.
Just Control F.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like take a look at the lock and basically start diagramming and making a checklist for each possible combination, which is going to take several pages. Hold on.
Ugh.
Isn't this fun? It's like a little. They all go in a little line.
Would heroism help Josh with his...
what does heroism specifically say? Gives him +2 skill bonus?
Yeah, it gives him +2 to skills.
So that would
Yay.
make it a 15% chance.
15, baby.
But let's do it. Shoot.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, 15% Now I will do this. You have an inspiration point.
I don't want to waste on a 15.
No. Hear me out. Because inspiration kind of gets applied in different ways.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be fitting for an inspiration to give you just 2 rolls, right?
Okay.
So if you want to use your inspiration, I will give you a 50-50.
Oh, we're using the inspiration. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Use
god.
Yep.
All right, you want to do it?
I do.
50-50 shot.
Come on, Josh.
So what are we?
Oh,
What are we?
hold
Knox
on, then,
loves
hold on.
gambling.
Oh,
right?
50-50 shot for a gamble. Give me that every time.
Okay, give me just a second then.
What do I want, higher or lower?
Hold on. Let me go ahead and goodbye
so
to your inspiration.
Get rid of that, he's
Okay.
freaking
All right. So 50 on a D100. You want 50 or lower.
Lower.
Remember, 0 is 100. So anything from
we
0
want to
1
put-
to 50, including 50,
Wow.
and you will succeed.
You're so
Want
generous.
heroism
Gore.
on there as well to bump it up to 50.
No, it's 50-50.
Okay.
No, I'll give you the extra 2 if you're casting a spell.
Give us
in
the
all
extra
fairness,
2.
I would have given you a
I'll
50-50
take
either
the
way.
edge.
So I'll give you 52.
That odds are with us with that.
52
I'll take
or
it.
below
Do
it.
it, Josh.
I'll take the edge.
All right, it's
Okay,
almost
do it.
worth a drum roll, isn't it? Right?
Come
Oh
on.
man, this is gonna be awful.
Oh,
All right, do it.
Am I doing it? I'm rolling it.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's your
Yeah,
roll.
do it.
You're not
Okay.
blaming
Okay.
me for fluffing this one.
That's true. Okay, here we go. Roll the 100. Roll the 100.
Wait, before you roll this,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
We
Okay.
still hate. I mean, we still love.
We still hate you.
All right, I'm rolling it. Rolling it.
Do it!
Oh, he's so mad right now.
Oh,
Ja-
man,
Jack's
I was
dead.
rooting for
Killed
you
himself.
too. I was so hoping you would do that. Oh, God.
Can I just say, I'm more upset than when Danyan died right now, and I'm not being sarcastic.
That's like, I mean, that was a really fairly high opportunity there.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, I know you're
I'm
not, but
upset about it, though.
oh no.
Damn.
You know
Should've
what
been a
though?
53.
Them's the breaks.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
All right. Well, that took up the best part of a day. And finally, you just see him getting totally and utterly frustrated. It's like, oh, to hell with it.
Yeah, probably.
It's time for your method, Dallas.
What?
Not yet.
Blow
not
it
yet.
up.
No.
Blow
Please,
it up.
No.
I don't. Rush is the engineer. I don't think he thinks that's a good idea, and I'm inclined to agree with him. I mean, I have engineering too. I have to do some maintenance on this, but
I've seen plenty of explosions in my time that I caused by accident. I really don't think it's a good idea.
well, what about that acid stuff? Can't you melt the metal?
That's
I know
a
acid
thought.
melted metal.
Maybe.
Did you know that,
If
Jack?
the box does it?
What?
Like, where does it hinge? Could we possibly just detach the entire top?
We freeze the top part,
Freeze.
and that makes it contract. I failed my science class in
Wait,
Meyer.
There's a reason
Heat
you
it up.
don't have engineering skill or alchemy skill or any other
Well,
type of...
I do have engineering actually.
Oh, do
but-
you?
Yeah, it's only 5 points. It's not much.
I have engineering and alchemy.
Right.
Yeah.
We have heat.
Wow.
Do we have ice though?
Again,
I
these are
just
all-
see you bring a ring, ice storm. Physic.
Yeah, can you direct
Just
it
do an
over
ice
a
storm
little?
right on top of this box.
You can throw
Hit
the
all of
box
us.
in the area of effect, but I mean, yeah,
These are all kinda
you would
flashy
have to
things.
super freeze that metal for it to over a period of time. You don't have any. I don't think you guys have any means to do that.
Yeah, we don't have
should
any
the
equipment.
opposite. We should heat. We should
I can,
heat it
I
up
can
then.
heat the metal. Like I can't.
Right, and you could superheat it. Again,
would-
what that means to the contents, well, you don't know.
It's all too risky not knowing what's inside.
Okay. So we do nothing.
Did you guys know I could turn myself into stone if I want? Pretty cool.
Random man.
Thanks for the valuable insight.
Okay.
Trying to figure out if I can meld metal.
Well, if you are done playing with the box and you've decided that this just isn't working and you're done with whatever, let me know.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, about 18 hours have passed when finally the congregation breaks up and starts to come in your direction. So it's like late evening by the time that they have gotten themselves to a point where they're ready to discuss anything.
Can we understand them again?
Not without a casting.
Yeah. We'd have to get a cast again.
I can only cast it once a day.
Oh. Can we
Uh,
comprehend? Can you do the other one?
Yes, we can comprehend.
Okay.
I can comprehend, so I'll go over there, start listening to them.
Okay. So basically he says, after long deliberations, we have come to a consensus.
I'm gonna nod my head.
You are not orcs.
We have decided, although it is against our nature, we will help you.
Wonderful! I'm gonna turn around. They said they'll help.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
oh,
I'm gonna turn back around and nod them on to keep talking.
Alright, he looks at you and he... Oh, you can't speak to us again, can you? Will you be able to tomorrow? Then we will wait.
Alright.
We will wait till tomorrow until we can converse with them. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, ma, ma. Alright, and with that, they disperse themselves into comfy positions and rest underneath trees.
we do this. I do the
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
All right.
I'm doing the same.
Okay, so you sleep here. Again, nothing is going to come and mess with you while these guys are here. So in the morning, Marigold, of course, you can pray for the good graces of St. Cuthbert. And at that point, of course, you will have a casting of tongues if you wish to utilize it.
Yeah, I gotta switch out for speak with plants so that I can
Sure.
agree.
Do.
Alright, speak with
Otherwise-
plants will work with these guys.
And maybe try to talk to the Gashi tribe again with this news, you know? Sending message. Like, hey, we have allies. They're plant people and they're
Can we
very
get-
big and cool and want to be your friends and help us.
Daleth, I can either cast tongues or cast sending.
You can't do both?
No.
Well, that's up to you guys. I don't know. I mean, physically, you could talk, right? You can speak to them.
Yes, I'll let Physic do
Can.
it.
All right, so get.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
How long does your plant talking last?
I'm trying to find it on the sheet. I forgot what level it is. Speak with plants. Oh, yeah, I can do it twice. If I don't take any other good spells.
And how long does it last?
Let me ring it up. 7 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I
Much
might not
less
wanna-
duration.
might not want to do that.
Well-
Marigold. I have a very
Oh.
small time I can speak with them.
Alright. I'll prepare that one.
Okay.
Today.
Alrighty.
Okay. I'm gonna cast tongues on Physic then. Good luck!
Okay. So you have 70 minutes instead.
That's better. Don't have to worry about halfway through the conversation.
Okay.
Is it? Yep. Morning.
Yep. Okay, so once a marigold has cast tongues upon you once more.
Okay, we can understand each other now.
Ah, good. Yes, last night we decided we would help you. We had a vote. It was 3 to 2.
Oh.
But we have decided we will help. You must understand, we do not have any understanding of warfare. All we have is our sheer size and strength at our disposal.
But there's a bug flying around my face right now. It's really interesting.
I notice you keep like drifting off, like.
You know, he's just hanging out here. You know, he's one of those little guys. Let me see if I can get him.
It's coming to get you.
I don't think he's coming to get me. He's too shy. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, rest assured, despite our current dispositions, our bloodlines run deep with violence. I'm just gonna look over to and the arts surrounding them in terms of theory. We'll be able to guide you in a way that serves us all best.
Very well. Then we should go.
Yes. We'll show you the way, obviously.
Come, brethren. We will follow these people to these vile goat men that are responsible for cursing our fallen kin. And we will ensure that this does not happen to any other clans here in the forest.
Clans? Oh.
I still don't agree. But we have voted, so lead on.
All right. We're leaving now, everybody.
What about the Agashis?
Finally!
We can't trust the Agashi. They already cut the bridge.
We don't know that they did it, but okay.
They made their intent pretty clear.
What about Ned?
What about the boat times?
Ned's gone, darling.
Oh,
Forever and ever.
all right. So this is what we got.
This is what we have. If we can.
Can I appraise these shamblers?
Appraise them? Yes,
No,
they're worth approximately 8 gold pieces
No,
each on the
what I
open
mean
plant
by,
market.
if we're in the trees surrounding the entrance, and they were just standing still, would they be easily discernible from the trees themselves, or would an unsuspecting creature enter said trees, not seeing these things?
They're definitely human-like. Now, if they were standing behind the trees, they're more camouflaged than you, yes. But I mean, if they were just standing next to a tree, no one would go look at those 2 trees. They would go look at that tree and that massive plant dude.
Okay, because you said they shut down at night, so I assume they kind of like...
Yeah, I mean, they
Power down.
slump down and basically sleep or become dormant, yeah.
Okay. So that's what I meant by appraise, okay?
All
So I'm
right.
gonna... We're really doing this, aren't we, guys?
Looks like it.
All right, we got several days to go.
And we'll come up
Okay.
with strategy on the way, I guess.
If they want to pick us up, we can move faster.
Let's not
Just saying.
abuse them, right?
Yeah.
It's a 3-2 vote. They probably don't want to help us anyway, so...
But 2 of them clearly didn't.
Right.
But fortunately for you, democracy wins in Plant World, apparently.
Plant democracy.
All right.
So we're gonna head back to the dirigible site, I guess, right? And then
And
walk
what-
over to the orc encampment and show them the dead corpses that were risen. Like, That's evidence of
The dead corpses?
the newly dead.
No, the
I
living.
mean, I guess that
Newly
applies.
dead.
He
to
wants to
this
show the
situation. There
live.
could
He
be
wants to
live
show him to the
corpses.
live corpses because they're more interesting.
Well, I mean, they already are going to help, so why
Oh, that's true.
show
But
them more?
well, it stokes morale. Josh
It'd
makes
be
them
quicker
like
if they guided us, wouldn't it? Like if we let them carry us, it would seem like less of a distance. I think. They're patient. Their sense of time is different. I don't know.
I say we just go to the Goatman, yeah?
Go to the Goatman.
Yeah.
You left out the part where we thought our friend was the monster, right?
Yeah.
It's not true, though, is it?
Alright, so we're gonna take them to the forest outside the clearing to the goat cave. Have these guys hide, and then lure them into an ambush, right? You know, be baits. The horde comes out.
We can do
They
that. If that would give us a better, would that give us a strategic advantage on our advance? They don't seem too kind to coming out, and maybe we could ambush them in the night.
They can see very well at night, and we can't.
Hmm. But it's a clearing, and under moon. Do I know what moon cycle we're in?
I would say probably almost definitely.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and move you to the appropriate map, of course. There you go. Okay, so yeah, 2 or 3 days later. All right.
Is it a big moon, small moon? What
It's
kind of
about
moon
a
is it?
3/4 full at this point, so there is plenty of there is moonlight that out here in the open, away from underneath the trees, you can see to some degree.
Because if they come out at night, they're not going to see too much better than we can, and we could lead a bit of an ambush if they do their nightly hunt thing that they were doing.
What about the boar?
Yeah, that boar is still there, and it's still
To
chained.
make them small.
The boar is chained remarkably
True.
close still to the cave entrance, so it can't get far away.
Even if it's made small, it would still be loud squealing.
I could also possibly calm it.
Put it back to sleep.
Not
guess
necessarily.
the
but
question
sleep
is-
works really well.
do we want these things to enter the cave with us, or do we want the things to come outside the cave to us? Because I vote the latter.
I think they should come out to us first. We can pick off as many as we can that way where they're not fortified. And then after weaning off that fortification, that initial group of warriors, we could proceed in.
So we need to lure the goat people into an ambush, which requires a tree line so these things can hide behind the trees. Right?
And we could do the ghost sound routine. Oh, right, you weren't there. It's when Rush and I do it at the same time, it makes it a lot louder so that it's more clearly heard. Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah, if we ambush them in the night, it would be harder for them to see where the shamblers are if they're blending in, which they do very well.
But that makes it harder for us to see. And can't they see very well in the dark?
It would appear your assumptions are they can by the way that they behaved and acted. Yeah.
It's likely, but with the moon cycle, it's going to be pretty bright out tonight. As far as nights and brightness goes, it's. I'm just trying to think, because if they're already out here, then we don't have to lure them out of the cave. They seem not to run out when they hear the hog crying, you know.
Well, remember there was a band that did come out when we were.
And
when you weren't here, we did. A band did come out, and we had to run away from them.
Yeah, it's been about 6 days since you've been here last.
They do come out during the day, and there were 3 or 4 of the big ones, and we did hear they were listening for more to emerge from the cave. So we could do an ambush during the day.
If that's better for us, then yeah.
That's better for me.
You'll have to excuse my bias. I don't know what it's like to have your eyes.
Well, we'll do
It
this.
sucks.
Just do this, and then try to see where you're going.
Seems a little counterintuitive.
Josh Marigold and myself prefer the day.
It's just how, a human eyes. We all can't be gnomes,
Unfortunately.
Say that like
unfortunately.
you want to be a gnome, despite your impressive stature. That's bizarre. Okay.
I mean, Rush can try to put the boar to sleep, and we can coup de grace it noisily, and then they come out, and then hopefully they summon their horde to do the little bellows, and then we lead them into the forest with these guys behind, hidden behind trees, surround them, kill them, win.
But you want to surround a horde of them? How are we going to do that with 9 people, 10 people?
Well, originally there were like 6 of them came out, right?
But I mean,
Three big
when
ones.
they all come out, how do you suggest to surround 30 to 40 goatmen? People.
Is there any way we can keep them from calling for too many more? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe you don't wait till all 30 or 40 come out.
Yeah. What if? Dash is thinking. What if?
Don't hurt yourself.
What if we got them to call the whole group? We had 2 of the shamblers kind of by the sides of the door, so when they ran out, maybe they didn't see them. And when they get about 10 or so, the 2 shamblers step inside the front of the gate, shutting the rest of them off. We can take care of the ones that get out while they kind of hold the rest back.
The trouble with that is you're thinking of them as invincible walls, rather.
No, not invincible.
Well, wait, we have weapons that deal damage to a lot of them, right?
Lucky Loki, thanks for the cheer, bud.
Rush, you do have some of those bombs from Azumire, correct?
No.
No.
That's what we discussed earlier.
No,
I'm sorry, I heard
before.
different.
I had like a lot of hand bombs before, but they got taken.
Right. But we have spells that deal damage in a large radius. And
Just think about that. There are orcs with bombs now.
these goat people are hurling little vials.
If we can surprise them well enough, I could lay a series of trap-like spells, like make the ground spiky in front of the cave, and maybe if a lot of them are there, drop like another ice storm or something that would I don't know, like deal a lot of damage to many of them quickly, so that by the time they actually would be getting to us, they're already worn down. And
Well, the trick with that is not to cast it right away, right? Because we want them to pour out.
yeah,
So I don't like the idea of having 2 of them block the entrance. Kind of defeats the point of them, right? They're shock troops, these things, right? I mean, they're giant, they hurt when they hit, and they're big.
I'm looking at what we have here. We have these chamblers, and they're strong. They're good at smooshing, in their own words. I don't know how well they throw things.
Well, looks like they do best with these giant branches for hitting, from what I can tell.
Yeah. So we have a lot of relatively brutish, strong force there. If we're going to lead it like a pincer attack, I don't.
You could always ask if they like to throw too.
We could. This is hard.
The strategery.
Strategery.
So do you guys want to
We
like
never
just
actually.
stay in the tree line? I mean, it's like midday about now, so you've still got a few hours of daylight left. do you guys want to like just stay inside the trees and strategize for a little while?
That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's the perfect time for us to end the show tonight then. And you can strategize amongst yourselves off stream, and it would count because it will be like your characters are doing it. Well met. I'm Gorbad, the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, as well as the author of thedmsblog.com, where you can find lots of fun and interesting articles for both Dungeon Masters and players alike. If you'd like to keep up with the show, follow us on Twitter at HowWeRoll. Check out our website, www.howweroll.com. And for our past campaigns and for some fun bonus content, follow us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll. We hope to see you all again real soon. Cheers, guys.
Oh, hey, it's me, Satchmo. I play Physic here on How Reroll. Like, I got 2 more of these to take care of, so I'm gonna cut it short. But if you want to follow me anywhere, say Twitch or Twitter, it's just Satchmo, and Satchmo just about everywhere. I'm glad you joined us tonight. I hope you come back again sometime. It stinks.
Hey everybody, Shagget here. I play a character on How We Roll. I'm not going to tell you who I play because if they die, I'm going to have to redo it. I've already done it once, never again. Follow me on Twitter at aneb_convos, and I'll see you guys on How We Roll.
And that's how air works. What a good story. And I also hope you enjoyed today's story on How We Roll. I'm Jane and I played. If you want to follow me on social media, I do have a Twitter and it is Jane on Twitch with a 0, not no. That's all I have to say, so peace suckers, bye!
Roll the clip. Hello everyone, I play Jash Windstriker, a level 5 human fighter. And I really like playing him because he does really cool stuff all the time. And there you have it. You guys can follow me on Twitter at MattySweetTweet. And thank you so much for watching every Monday and Thursday. You guys are the best. I'm having a fantastic time on How We Roll so far, even though my character first ever got killed off. No big deal. No problem. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey guys, I am the Dragon Spooker, and for you and How We Roll this time, I'm playing Rush Rinkery, the Nomian engineering sorcerer. If you don't get enough with me on the show, then you can follow me on Twitter at Dragon Spooker. You can also check out my channel, which I should be streaming more in here in the future with my new rig this year, at twitch.tv/thedragonspooker. I'll see you next episode.